हेलो दोस्तों, स्वागत है आप सभी का मेरे चैनल में जिसका नाम है रेंडियर गेमिंग। और आ चुके हैं हम अगले भाग में बाहरी दुनिया के। चल भोसड़ी के क्या बोल के जा रहा एड ड्रोन। और वो देखो, वो दोनों वेल्थी वाले दोनों, पता नहीं हस्बैंड वाइफ है कौन है, वो अभी तक खड़े थूक फेंकने के लिए। उनका थूक फेंकने का खेल ही ख़त्म नहीं हो रहा। तो भाई जैसे कि हमने बताया अगले भाग में आ चुके हैं, और आपने जैसे कि देखा होगा कि हम इसके माँ बाप से मिले एली जी के। और एली जी के माँ बाप तो बड़े हरामी निकले। अपनी बेटी को मरा हुआ दिखा के इसके इंश्योरेंस के पैसे लूट लिए। तेरी भैंस की आंख मार दूंगा मैं तुझे। बाढ़ में जा। पता नहीं क्या बोल रहा। ठीक है ना। तो भाई एली जी के माँ बाप ने करी थी गंदी हरकत, अब हम उन्हें मजा दिखाएंगे। इंश्योरेंस के पेपर देखने जा रहे हैं और करेंगे कांड जो भी होगा। लेकिन इसके साथ इस मिशन का नाम है द लो क्रूसेड। फाइंड इंश्योरेंस एजेंसी ऑफिस। इफ एनी वॉज गोइंग टू मेक मनी ऑफ एलीज एलिगेट डेथ इज एली फिगर इट आउट इट शुड बी हर। हाँ जी, तो चलो। ये कुछ करेंगे तो नहीं? ये नहीं ले सकता मैं। द सोल लेटर बॉक्स इज मेल बॉक्स इज एड्रेस टू द ग्रेटर हेल्किन इंश्योरेंस। ओके।
I guess we're going to Fallbrook.
क्या है? फाइंड द इंश्योरेंस एजेंसी। नीचे जाना पड़ेगा भाई।
Be something to see it.
इसके लिए कहाँ जाना पड़ेगा भाई हमें?
Earth Assault Cruiser land here.
एजेंसी का ऑफिस ढूंढना है भाई मेरे। और देखते हैं तेरे को तेरा हिस्सा मिलेगा। पीछे की तरफ करता है ऑटोमेटिक में। बहुत लंबी सीढ़ी है यार, ऊपर से नीचे आने तक। दिमाग खराब होता। मैं इस तरह करके कूद कूद के इसलिए चलता हूँ क्योंकि कूद से ना वो डैश मारता है तो थोड़ा और जल्दी हो जाता है भागने का। वैसे तो यार मेरा मतलब प्लेयर काफ़ी तेज भागने वाला हो गया जैसे अपग्रेड हो रहा है। तो देखिए, ये ऑफिस है मोनार्क में। अब हम देखते हैं एक बारी और मिशंस में। देखो ये दोनों तो डीएलसी है तो इन्हें तो अब मैं छिड़ूंगा नहीं। मेरे को पता नहीं था इसलिए पहले डीएलसी के कुछ हिस्से छिड़ गए मेरे से। लेकिन बस वही है कि पहले अगर हम करेंगे तो द लास्ट रोल ऑफ हेलिकन हेलन करेंगे। लेकिन ये टेरा में है। और ये वाला मिशन कहाँ पर है? इसके लिए ग्राउंड ब्रेकर जाना पड़ेगा। तो अभी हम कहाँ जाएं भाई? अभी हम जाएंगे मोनार्क पे ही। स्टेलर बे पे चलो। टेरा 2 से स्टेलर बे नहीं। द लो क्रूसेड। चलो भाई, एली जी को उनका हिस्सा दिलवाया और इनके माँ बाप को भिखारी बनाया। ये तो गलत बात है ना। ऊपर से आगे तो बेटी से बेटी वाला व्यवहार नहीं कर रहे हैं, फिर बेटी भी चूती ही है थोड़ी सी तो। ये बात कहनी पड़ेगी। मतलब ये होना था। वो वही कैसा निंजा सा लग रहा भाई, घातक। साइथ साइथ ले रखा है इसने भाई साहब। एमएसआई सेंटिनल। कोई ताकतवर ही होगा भाई, आदमी है।
What was it like?
देखिए भाई कहाँ जाना है नक्शे पे। नक्शे पे यहाँ जाना है, ब्रुक पे। फॉल ब्रुक। बताओ, एक प्लेनेट से दूसरे प्लेनेट पे कुदा देते हैं एकदम ये।
This looks like the place. You ready to get my money or? Welcome to the offices of the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group, Halcyon's premier provider of life and disaster-related insurance.
हाँ जी।
I'm obligated to inform you that our coverage does not extend to incidents deemed to result from negligence, criminal activity, or dullness of mind.
नीली आंखों वाली मोहतरमा।
Some people, but no one in this office, I assure you, might call it stupidity.
It's like they say, there's no cure for that.
ये तो है।
So, what kind of insurance package can I interest you in? We're running a special on dismemberment policies. Buy one, get one half off.
Why is your office on Monarch?
We're not on Monarch. For all practical and tax-related purposes, this office is an official enclave of Byzantium.
अच्छा, if you why?
Legally speaking, corporations are not allowed to operate on Monarch. But financially speaking, there are certain costs to running a business from within Byzantium's walls. So
Okay.
while our official address is in the city, and while our office here is technically an extension of that address, we found it more expedient to conduct our key operations here. So we can... what's the phrase? Pass savings to the consumer, of course.
Okay.
We prefer to think of it as chasing the savings. Turns out that not having to pay kickbacks, fines, and rent in the most expensive city in
हाँ भाई,
Halcyon improves our liquidity. Plus,
हाँ पैसा ज़्यादा
someone
लगेगा ना
keeps this place running
बिजेंटीनियम में.
remarkably well, and they sure drive business our direction. I remember that one. That's the young socialite who broke her neck, right?
Of course, no one remembers me for the marauders I've killed or the bits I've stolen. Typical.
That claim was airtight. Our best investigators couldn't find an exclusion for that one.
बताओ. Let's stay on topic. I just want to change.
Are you serious?
Well, we interviewed the parents extensively. They had plenty of awkward childhood stories that illustrated their daughter's clumsiness and capriciousness.
Hey, those are entirely made up.
Furthermore, the claim spurred a whole line of fashion-related policies. It's become a very lucrative market. You can't, of course. Only Miss Fenhill can assign her beneficiaries. And she's dead. If we let every friend, relative, and acquaintance change a policy like that, people would do it all the time. Imagine the paperwork. Oh, you mean hypothetically? Well, hypothetically, you'd access the terminal in the back room that contains data on all our policies.
हाँ जी.
And you'd theoretically add the beneficiary of your choice. But you wouldn't actually do that, of course. That would be fraud.
बताओ क्या के. Bribe कर दो भाई.
I'm forbidden from accepting bribes, no matter how tempting.
I won't tell. Look at it as a fines that I am paying in advance.
The employee handbook doesn't say anything about that.
Very well.
Very well. I'll need the name of the new beneficiary.
Ellie Fenhill?
If you say so. The payouts will flow exclusively into the new account at the start of the month. I hope Ms. Fenhill enjoys her newfound prosperity.
हाँ जी. What else can you tell me about?
Plenty. As my boss likes to say, there's a policy for every situation. We've ensured
चलो भाई बहुत हो गया.
one thing's for sure.
Can we talk?
बिल्कुल.
You really did it. Give these payouts a few years and I'll be rolling in it.
How does it feel? If that's all you wanted, you could have just stayed in Byzantium.
Hey, you did the real work. All I had to do was not be dead.
हाँ जी.
I'm just glad my folks aren't gonna live off that awful story they made up. Maybe now they'll have to go back to real jobs.
What are you going to do with all those bits? Good for you. I'm glad you got what you wanted.
Yeah. The funny thing about getting what you want is then you gotta figure out what to do with it. I've never been much of a planner. Makes my eyeballs itch.
Who needs a plan? Figure it out as you go. You got a plan ahead at something?
If only you could have been my chief surgeon back in the day.
अच्छा.
Anyway, enough of that. You did a job for me, so here's your fee. Could have fooled me with all your tough talk. What's gotten into you?
हाँ जी. You're my friend. We're mates. That means you look at each other. क्या करना चाहिए?
You sure? Because my kind of friends will pick your pocket clean while they're getting hammered with you.
I'm a doer, not a talker. Let's just leave it there. Friendship is important. What else are you fighting if not for the people we care about? We're better off when we're a part of a team. We can't make it.
You don't have to get all mushy about it. Still, maybe you've got a point. Maybe it's good to watch someone's back now and then so that one day they watch yours. So, you just keep the money. One of us has to look out for your interests.
Perception wouldn't want to be indebted to me.
Don't mention it. Really, this feels weird enough as it is.
I want to. और ये भैया हमने पॉलिसी पे नाम कर दिया है चेंज, एलईजी का ही नाम कर दिया है और उनके माँ बाप को अब टट्टी का डब्बा मिलेगा, वो भी भरा हुआ। उन्हें कोई पैसा नहीं मिलेगा, अब उन्हें जॉब करनी पड़ेगी और जो उन्होंने मार्बल के फ्लोर पे काम करवाया था वो भी हटा दिया जाएगा। ठीक है, इसी के साथ स्किल खुल चुके हैं और आपको पता ही है हमने सारे 50-50 कर दिए थे। लेकिन ना मुझे यार इन, देखो ये तो 90 पे जा रखा है भाई साहब, समझो यार, मैं ये सोच रहा हूँ 90 पे जा रखा है। चलो डायलॉग्स भी चाहिए, 60 तक तो हमें चाहिए भाई मेरे। अब इसके बाद यहाँ पर तो कुछ है नहीं भाई। इसके बाद तुम्हारा ये आ गया भाई, लिलिया हैगन्स के पास जाना है और इसके लिए अनरिलायबल पे चलते हैं अपने, तो इसके लिए हमें इस पर पे जाना पड़ेगा। लेकिन हम एक काम कर सकते हैं, ग्राउंड ब्रेकर पे जाते हैं। ग्राउंड ब्रेकर पे लिलियन हिगन से मिल लेते हैं। इस मिशन के भी एक्सपीरियंस पॉइंट ले लेना भाई हम। इसका भी तो एक्सपीरियंस ले ले, माल मसाला। कुछ नहीं है हमारे पास, सब कुछ बेच बाच दिया था ना हमने। बीच में इसमें है FPS तो डाउन होते हैं भाई इस गेम में, हैवी तो है भाई ये। बाकी देखो दूसरे वाली का, अच्छा ये रही। चेक कर रहा था मैं कुछ, लेकिन हो नहीं पाया।
Is it done? Well.
सब
Looks
लाइट
like
टू दी है।
someone's due for a promotion. How does Vice President of Aggressive Acquisitions sound to you, contractor?
Fits me like a glove. I had no idea such an honorable title was in my future.
Well, of course. We're a legitimate business, remember? And legitimate businesses have loads of vice presidents. Or so I'm told. Catherine heard I was taking you on full time and sent along a present of her own. I've had it delivered to your ship. From now on, the board will think twice before fucking with Lilia Hagen, savior of humanity.
तूने कुछ काम नहीं करा, मैं बाहर जाके मर रहा। Been a pleasure working with you.
Be sure to mention that in your travels. We could use the free advertising.
Hey, we don't work for exposure.
I wish more legitimate businesses were like yours, Hagen. We get a lot more done.
Well, if there's nothing else, I need to review some applications, seeing as I just lost my best contractor.
I'll take it sublight. It isn't knowing anything about the assault.
Not as much as I'd like. The board dispatched it to Earth on a resupply mission, I think. Why? Huh. If you haven't seen an assault cruiser before, I'll tell you this much. They don't just go missing. That's like losing a moon. I'll have someone look into it. But for the moment, we're pissing in the wind and shooting in the dark. Considering how you get around, you'll probably find answers before I do.
ठीक.
These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Gives me the time to expand our interests into other sectors, where I can let my hair down.
What kind of other?
Our field is persuasive acquisitions.
बहुत बातें करनी
At
पड़
least
रही.
that's how my
मैं
late
इसलिए कर रहा हूँ कि
parents used to
मिशन मुशन ना
phrase
दे
it.
कोई.
Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Sometimes it takes a polite conversation and a shot across the bow. You know, legal formalities.
So you're a company bureaucratic pride. Sounds complicated.
You're getting good at that. Hey, careful with the C word around here. I like to keep things above board. Sublight occupies a legal blind spot. No one knows what we're licensed to do, and that gives our little business some freedom.
Okay.
Very. I have this thing about numbers in spreadsheets.
Grids in general.
I like to think of myself as the last honest businesswoman in Halcyon, but I'll settle for being the most organized one. Ask. Be seeing you. Make sure you aren't followed on your way out.
बिल्कुल भी नहीं. चलो. तुम भी कूद जाओ.
Can be macrowaved in 2.5 seconds. Forced pockets.
और इसी के साथ भाई ये मिशन भी यहाँ पर ख़त्म हुआ हमारा. अब हम करेंगे Why call them. ये दोनों एक ही जगह मिशन है क्या? चलो भाई चलते हैं. कहाँ पर आ रहा है ये मिशन, इसे भी देखें. ये लिलिया हिगिंस का आखिरी मिशन था क्या यार? टाइफून पे भी नहीं गए शायद हम. ये अर्थ लाइक लगता है बस प्लेनेट. टेरा 2. अच्छा ये उस लड़की ने हमें मिशन दिया था भाई. वाई कॉल देम बैक फ्रॉम रिटायरमेंट. मेरे दिमाग से निकल गया यार. वो जो अखड़ी सी लड़की थी. चलो भाई अर्ली रिटायरमेंट प्लान. वो तो भाई नकचड़ी सी थी. वो कह रही यहाँ नहीं आने दूंगी.
Halcyon Holdings Corporation Early Retirement Center. You, the lucky few, have been selected to spend the rest of your days living the high life in your own private district in Byzantium.
मैं डर गया.
When you
ये आवाज कहाँ से है? ये तलवार की आवाज थी.
to your very own luxury. Some assembly required. 24/7 furniture is not responsible for any injury, psychological damage, or
जगह तो बढ़िया.
limitations that occur during the assembly process. After you get settled in, you'll have the chance to explore your new home. Why not go for a bite at one of our many restaurants?
अब देखो एकदम आ गई ना इंस्टेंट ट्रांसमिशन करके.
Forced barbecue or Rizzo's all-you-can-crunch cereal buffet. Or maybe you'd like to head to the bar and enjoy an ice-cold Zero-G brew by Spacer's Choice. Zero-G brew, an ale that's good for what ails you. Although in the early retirement district, nothing will. All
कोई
this and more.
यार ये इरिटेट कर रहा है यार. बार बार बोलता हुआ इंटरकॉम.
Courtesy of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation. You
ओ भाई साहब मार काट.
a bit. So relax. Grab a refreshing.
अबे बुच्छड़ खाना है तो. ये तो जला जला के मार रहे भाई.
Our specially constructed welcome center.
अर्ली रिटायरमेंट कुछ नहीं दे रहे भाई ये.
To check out the displays for some fun facts about the early
बताओ.
retirement program and selection process.
जेनिटर है.
Enter the elevator, end of the hall. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Today is the first day of your early retirement. Congratulations. Welcome
Performing in
to the Alpha Holdings Corporation Early Retirement.
सब मरेंगे.
The lucky few have been selected to spend the rest of your days living the highlights in your own private business in Cincinnati. When you arrive, you'll be whisked away to your very own luxury penthouse, furnished exclusively by 24/7 furniture, deluxe, vault-filled collection.
साला कितना डैमेज दे दिया.
24/7
और ये
furniture is not
इंटरकॉम बोलने जा रहा. बहुत मनूस है ये इंटरकॉम तो.
for divorce litigations that occur during the assembly. After you get settled in, you'll have the chance to explore your new home. Why not go for a bite at one of our many restaurants, like CNP's Blazing Borscht Barbecue or Rizzo's All-You-Can-Crunch Cereal Buffet? Or maybe you'd like to head to the bar and enjoy an ice-cold Zero-G brew by Spacer's Choice. Zero-G brew.
कितना
an
बोल
ale
रहा भाई यार, ये
brewed
कितना
for
बोल रहा
AOC,
यार.
although in the
सर
early
दर्द कर दिया इस
retirement,
भोसड़ी वाले ने.
nothing will.
इतना
All this and more will be complimentary for the entire...
अच्छा यार, ये अगर 65 होता तो हम हैक कर सकते थे. तो ये हैक करने वाला 2 मिनट रुको यार. करेक्टर्स में, स्किल में, यहाँ पर ये टेक में होना चाहिए. बताओ, ये तो मेरा 60 से ऊपर जा रखे हैं. साइंस वाला रह गया. 65 होना चाहिए था शायद साइंस का मेरा. चलो अगली बार कर देंगे इसे. कुछ भी हमला तो नहीं कर रहे हैं मेरे पे ये. जाना कहाँ है भाई? ओके. अरे हम तो फिर से टनल में पहुंच गए भाई. ये वही टनल है भाई जहाँ पर हमने वो पकड़े थे 6 वाइट वाले. मतलब ये लोग, हाँ देखो आगे ना वहीं पे, ये लोग अर्ली रिटायरमेंट के नाम पे इन्हें मार रहे हैं और कुछ नहीं कर रहे हैं.
Oh, for the good old days when you could simply ask a menial for refreshment.
बेचारा दुख में है. अमीर हूँ मैं भाई साहब. 20,000 रुपये तक होने वाले मेरे पास.
I ever tell you about this one patient? One had her eyebrows moved up and the tip of her nose raised.
What? Why? Was she trying to disguise herself? She on the
वो
run or
बैठी
something?
चुड़ैल, चाह रही थी मर जाए सारे.
Looking down on it.
I must admit, I'm getting a certain thrill out of our little arrangement. If this goes well, perhaps I'll start hiring wandering delinquents to handle all of my affairs. It is going
होठ
well.
तेरे
I hope.
काले हो रे, बीड़ी पी फूक फूक के. The retirement is a paradise. You should see for yourself. So it's turned out early retirement isn't much of a life of a luxury. क्या करना चाहिए हमें? अगर हम लाए कर देंगे तो ये भी मरेगी, ठीक है. और अगर हम सो इट टर्न आउट अर्ली रिटायरमेंट, इसे लाए करो साली.
I knew it. I just knew it. What a disaster. Did you get a good look around? What was it like?
An endless accident garden, and there's even a sign they said no frolicking. It was just one giant party. They had vodka fountain, everything.
Truly? Why, that's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard.
हाँ जी.
I can't believe they kept this from us. From me. The nerve. The audacity. Here, take your payment. I have to fetch my things. I don't care what I have to do. They'll give me luxury or give me death.
जी ठीक है.
Poor thing's just ignorant. Can't say I'm as thrilled to be sending her off.
This is it. I'm finally going to get the life I deserve.
इसकी तो लग गई. ये तो गई भाई. इसके तो लग गए. लौड़े लग गए. और देखो हमारे पास कोई अब साइड मिशन नहीं है, तो अब हम मेन मिशन पे जाएंगे. हमने पार्सल तो देखो वहां से ले ही लिया था. कितनी प्यारी लग रही वो लाल लाइन बादलों के बीच में.
There's nothing to see here. Move along.
Chasing us off already?
हाँ जी.
This feels familiar.
Ma'am, please don't cause a scene.
I want you to know I'm holding back for your sake.
Do you have any actual business here, or...
डिलीवरी.
Yeah? Let's see it. Looks like your papers are in order.
हाँ जी, ब्राइब दे के लिए है सर जी.
Go on through.
सामने से हट. अब मिनिस्टर क्लार्क से मिले. इसका गार्ड तो दारू पी के मर गया, बेहोश हो गया था. ये खोल नहीं सकते. अगर कोई देख नहीं रहा है ना हमें, तब तो चोरी कर सकते हो. अगर कोई देख रहा है ना, फिर नहीं चोरी कर सकते तुम. सिगरेट की डिब्बी. ये बोतलें बातलें काम आती है ना. अरे उठा ले. जो यही खड़ा और मैं देखो इसके सामने चोरी कर रहा. ये तो बाहर निकल जाएंगे.
Hey, soldier. You can't just wander around the minister's residence. What do you think you're doing? Already? His magazines usually take weeks to arrive. Discretionary holding period and all that.
Sound like someone's been reading his mails.
Let's not jump to conclusions. Just drop it off and get out of here. I don't want to see you hanging around.
ये यहाँ से मुझे जाने नहीं देंगे भाई. देख के भाई खुल के क्या है इसमें. मुझे कोई चोरी करते हुए देख ना लेना. पर ये पकड़वाएंगी दोनों की दोनों.
How did you get in here? You're not one of my guards.
मुझे डाउट लगा था भाई, वो दोनों सामने खड़े, वो जाने नहीं देंगे अंदर.
So this is one of the guys who runs the colony, huh? Small room for a big shot.
If this is about another aetherwave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing any more.
What would I want to do something like that?
Drugs, of course. What else would it be?
हाँ जी.
I don't have any drugs. You should try a vending machine or a purveyor of curative goods.
I don't know if our chemicals are here, but this guy is definitely not.
Will that be all, then?
I have a record of you you've been hoarding. I didn't come all this way to play games, Clark. It's your name.
Oh dear, I don't think I can say this any more slowly.
हाँ जी.
Unless of course. It's Rockwell again. Who else?
Well,
And I thought he was only holding me here to keep me out of the way.
back up and tell me what you're talking.
Chairman Rockwell. He's kept me under house arrest for years. I've long suspected him of transacting business in my name. But this proves it.
Yeah, sure. It's always someone else who ordered the hookers and energizing ointment.
Please, this is important. Whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell's the one behind it.
तो अब कोई और निकल के आया भाई, चेयरमैन है. Sure, like I'm going to trust. Why would he go through all these troubles? Makes me to believe.
After seeing this place, is it really a stretch? I've been confined to this house for years, and even I can tell you, things aren't right in Halcyon. Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters. Your best lead is to look for details in his office.
This colony's problems have always seemed to trickle down from the top. If we're set on fixing Halcyon, that's as good a place as any to start.
Exactly. And fix it we must.
We really gonna do this? Getting involved is a messy business, and it rarely pays.
This is about more than bits. This is about the survival of the colony. If you don't help, who will? Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of dissident, Hunter.
कुछ हो गया अपनी बात पे लौंडा.
Via the Acropolis district, of course. That's where the most important corporate and government facilities are. But only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded checkpoint just down the street. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people avoid the area for obvious reasons. When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used to be my office are.
ठीक.
Wait! Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting to the Earthbound message drone. This is our chance. Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to keep me out of contact with the Earth Directorate. But they need to know what's happening here.
What are they going to do? Why are you?
Why, indeed. I know so little about you, much less your motivations. But I'm afraid I don't have many options, confined as I am. Besides, I've nothing to lose. If you're looking into Rockwell, I can only hope you're also looking out for Halcyon.
You can count on me.
Good. Halcyon is in dire need of someone like you.
चलो भाई, तो इसका कहना है भाई एक और ही बंदा है, चेयरमैन रॉकवेल, वो कर रहा है मेरे नाम पे सब कुछ गोरखधंधा. तो मेरी गलती ना है, तू मुझे ना पकड़, तू जाके उसका ऑफिस सर्च कर जो मेरा पहले ऑफिस था. ठीक है, ठीक है ना. इसके लिए हम देखेंगे एक बारी जनरल में हमारे पास आ गए हैं 2. पहले तो हम ये करेंगे, ठीक है ना. और इसके लिए हमें पहले यहाँ से निकलना होगा. चलो भाई, अब इसने हमें टास्क दिया है, पहले वो टास्क करेंगे और उसके बाद मेन मिशन करेंगे. वो बेचारी तो चली गई, वो तो अब जाएगी मौत के मुंह में. यार धूम धड़क्का चाहिए मुझे, गोलीबारी.
The Acropolis district is off limits. Move along.
Persuade. Mind if I take a breather? I'm pretty tired after hauling around all these bits.
You could have asked me, you know.
What in the law's name are you on about?
बताओ.
Sure. Let me just take that off your hands. Did I say restricted area? Slip of the tongue.
हाँ जी.
What I meant was, welcome to the Acropolis district.
काम तो करवाना पड़ेगा भाई, क्या करें.
You can pass. Go on through.
I never could have handled the desk job.
चलो भाई, HCC बिल्डिंग घुस गए. यार एक बात मुझे पता क्या लग रही है, HCC बिल्डिंग
get the urge to just...
ये भी
hawk one on the floor?
इससे बात करनी पड़ेगी। ओ भाई साहब, काजल लगा के बैठी बीट्रीज।
Welcome to the official headquarters of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Board. Today's greeting is brought to you by Auntie Cleo, a subsidiary of Colway Pharmaceuticals.
और कुछ नहीं।
Do we really need all the security? I have to go through 3 checkpoints just to take up.
कहाँ जाना है यार? कहीं पे मैप पे ये भी नहीं बना रहा। ऊपर ऊपर एक ही जगह है भाई ये काम सारा।
State your business. Please step away. This entry is for high priority HHC business only. Huh. I didn't realize we were still using those iridescent stickers. But this looks right.
हाँ जी।
I'll just need you to register your weapons with a revised request to carry 32B form. Each weapon will need a separate form.
क्या करना चाहिए?
Now, let's see. Damn it. When did I run out of forms? I was going to suggest that myself. Look, you don't have time to wait on new forms, and I can't afford the citations for impeding HAC business. So I'm going to save us both some trouble and waive your forms.
Mighty fine of you. But I suggested it first.
Just know there are a bunch of guards upstairs, and they're all high on dervish mist and low on patience. So try anything funny, and they'll paint the walls with your guts.
चलो भाई चलें। HHC बिल्डिंग में तो आ गए भाई। अब देखते हैं ये चेयरमैन रॉकवेल क्या करने के पीछे पड़ा हुआ। वेपन भी नहीं लिए इसने भाई साहब। हुई एक बारी अंदर ही है सब कुछ।
Apologies for the wait. I was
अरे
arranging
फ्रेम
my
रेट ऐसी
station.
गिरी भाई। What accelerated?
Personal assistant to Adjutant Akande and Chairman Rockwell. I'm also responsible for organizing the adjutant's stationery, which is more of a hobby. Ah. Oh, you were being serious. I'm obliged to inform you that Chairman Rockwell is unavailable for an indeterminate duration. Will there be anything else?
फ्रेम रेट ठीक होगी भाई। अब क्या करा जाए? क्या करा जाए भाई? Okay.
Excuse me, just a moment. Is there something I can do for you?
चुपचाप चुपचाप बैठ जाओ भाई।
I beg your pardon. Minister Clark's former office is currently closed to solicit.
You should get back to your desks. I saw somebody eyeing your stationery.
What? Oh dear. Thank you for reminding me. I can't stand the thought of someone else's hands touching my custom letterheads.
ये बढ़िया था भाई, इसलिए चाहिए था भाई डायलॉग, और ये लाए 60-60।
Just goes to show you never really see your hometown till you travel with a visitor.
तेरे से ज्यादा जानता हूँ मैं तेरे शहर को, जहां तू पैदा हुई है ना, बता दिया मैंने खुद तेरी माँ की। तू भी ले, ये शहर मेरा है और मैं इस शहर का सिंघम। क्या है भैया?
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams.
हाँ जी।
Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters.
I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed.
पूरा सच्चाई बोल दी इसने तो।
But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity.
Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this!
While
So
Halcyon's
28
brightest
हो गया
minds
भाई।
solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis, so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
चलो भाई, ऑडियंस का ट्रॉफी खुल गई भाई। मसाज करने का। अरे ये तो देख लिया हमने।
Good afternoon.
अच्छा ये भी कर दिया हमने।
Guess the whole colony's up a creek. I thought it was just Monarch.
I don't know about you, but I'm all for living fast and dying young.
दारू की बोतलें बढ़िया महंगी। चिप्स का पैकेट। चलो चले वापस। फिर से एकदम आ गई दोनों की दोनों। पता नहीं कैसे आती हैं, कई बार हो चुका, पर क्या करूं, मुझे भी मजा आता है, पता तो मुझे भी है। यहाँ नहीं करता भाई। अब क्या मेरे को वहीं जाना पड़ेगा क्या, उस क्लार्क से मिलने? ये तो अलग से एरिया में भेज रहे भाई, मुझे लग रहा। ठीक है ना। लेकिन भाई इसी के साथ हमारा टाइम हो चला है पूरा इस वीडियो का। मिलूंगा मैं आप सभी से अगली वीडियो में। इस वीडियो के लिए बस इतना ही, यहीं तक था। अगली वीडियो में आगे का सफ़र जारी रखेंगे। क्या आ रहा है लिखा हुआ, डिमिथाइल सल्फोक्साइड भी देखेंगे, और जो भी ये खड़े हैं ऑफिशियल क्लर्क वगैरह, इनसे भी मिलेंगे, देखेंगे। ये तो जैनिटर गार्डनर भाई साहब हैं। तो मिलूंगा मैं सभी से अगली वीडियो में। इस वीडियो के लिए बस इतना ही। धन्यवाद आप सभी का।